Now take a look at the differences, or rather the uncanny similarities, between the Romeo Lane fire which happened in Goa in 2025, the devastating Upahar fire of 1997, and the Flourish Stays fire that has occurred in Delhi's Malviya Nagar today. 3 decades later, the same questions remain about fire safety, emergency exits, compliance and accountability. Tragedy after tragedy, it seems nothing changes on ground. 3 different fires, 3 different eras, but are we still failing to learn lessons of the past? Let's examine this further. What has changed through 3 decades? That is the big question we are raising tonight. Let me quickly show you. This is what happened in Goa. December 6, 2025, a fire killed 25 people at the Birch by Romeo Lane, Arpora property in Goa. Take a look. This is, of course, what happened that completely gutted. Look at what happened in the Upahar Cinema fire. June 13, 1997. Fire claimed 59 lives, including 23 children. The cinema hall was gutted. Today, the Flourish Stays fire in Delhi's Malviya Nagar, a hotel. June 3rd, 2026. Fire engulfs homestay, Flourish Stay, 21 lives dead. The building ravaged by flames, as you can see. In Goa, the tragedy sparked questions over fire safety at tourist properties. In the Upahar Cinema fire, the disaster led to sweeping changes in fire safety regulations. Today, still nothing has changed. The owners absconding after the Flourish Stays fire as the probe into safety lapses now intensifies. In Goa, in the Birch fire, the fire concentrated around the kitchen on the ground floor. That's where reportedly the fire started. In Upahar, the fire originated in the transformer. That was in the parking, the basement, due to a short circuit / leaking oil. And in the Flourish Stays fire today, again it originated in the basement with a kitchen area. In Goa, narrow access to the nightclub made rescue operations very, very difficult. In the Upahar fire, blocked and locked exits severely delayed evacuations, which led to the death toll rising. And today, in Malviya Nagar, in Delhi, lanes being narrow and a cluster of buildings also hindered the rescue operations. In Goa, the owners were Delhi-based businessmen Saurabh Luthra and Gaurav Luthra. The Upahar fire, the owners were Sushil Ansal, Gopal Ansal. They were the owners of Ansal Theatres, although of course there were 16 other accused also, 16 total accused also in the CBI charge sheet. And today the owners, also reportedly from Delhi, identified as Deepak and Lavkesh Bajaj. So 3 different eras, 3 different years, 3 different fires, but a lot of similarities. And the biggest of them, A.K. Jain, no lesson learnt. Why? The country wants to ask today.
Yesterday, I was reading today in the newspaper. I was really surprised and very happy to see that one judge of High Court, I think of Karnataka, he mentioned that there is no fear of law in this country. And I think cutting a limb, just as it is done in Middle East, that will only move people. That will only make people work in this country. I 100% agree with him. People have become absolutely shameless. Everybody, the owners of this hotel, the persons working there, the managing staff there, fire service authorities, municipal authorities, everybody is involved. And when a hotel starts functioning, NOCs are obtained from so many departments. All those departments are guilty, and they should all be sent to jail. We have to set an example. We have to set an example that if such an incident takes place, so many people will be, so many heads will roll, so many people will go to jail. Only then people will learn. Otherwise, I don't think Indians will learn a lesson. They will keep on working like this. There'll be announcement of compensation of 2 lakh each. What will 2 lakh do with the lives of the foreigners who have lost their lives, who had come to India for medical treatment or for tourism purposes or for any other thing? They have lost 21 valuable lives have been lost. And I'm sure that nothing will move in this country. It will, again, we will read some such incident very soon, somewhere. So that is the fate of this country and nothing else. Unless and until we bring laws which are applicable in Middle East. So unless and until such laws are brought here, people will not learn lesson, and they are absolutely shameless people.
Absolutely. And these similarities are very, very worrying. Rajiv Mishra, the fact is, in Upahar, it was those locked exits which delayed the evacuation, which led to the casualty toll going higher. In Goa, again, it was a very narrow entry and exit, which hampered the rescue and relief. And today, again, rescue and relief delayed because of the, the congested area, the narrow lanes, the buildings all around.
There are a group of architects who basically, while planning any place, any building, have to take care of the fire building codes and fire building bylaws. I think a time has come where a firewall or a fire insulation room or a space where a fire breaks out, a certain measure should be taken to see to it that any time any incident like this happens, at least the lives are protected. I think there has to be some change in the building bylaw of the local government. No matter what you do, what you design, what is it that you build, one of the approvals required is in case of emergency, in case of disaster, there has to be a fire protected vault room. We have fire lifts in buildings. I think that exclusive lift has to be designed for anything that now people give approval for. And I feel all architects, planners, town planners should come out with a new building code for all building where it becomes important that a fire protected insulated room should be provided in any such property. It is the onus of the owner to see that nothing changes. And I don't mind even telling architects that if they find that their plans are not being followed, they should immediately take to themselves by letting the municipal corporation know that my plan is not being followed, it is being abused, and the owner is falling to corruption measures for earning money. Okay, I think unless this building bylaw is changed in all local governments, where life safety of human being is prime, and unless, I like this idea, the bureaucrat has to be here. He should be punished. He should go to jail. The lobby should know that if you do not take care of your subordinates, you can go to jail, is what I think we should take care. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And, and Krishan Mitru, the fact is that, we have seen how, of course, these 3 different episodes have happened in 3 different parts of the country involving 3 different sectors, the F&B, the hotel and the cinemas. But the common factor in all 3 is blatant disregard for fire safety norms. Why are fire safety norms so easily, blatantly disregarded in our country? Why does no one care a hoot about following procedure and SOPs with regards to fire safety?
Like Rajiv said just now, in a building, an architect must ensure that there is a fire safe room. If they can provide a smoking room in a hotel or a restaurant or a club,
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely right.
What is so
Absolutely right.
difficult about making a fire safe room?
Yes.
Okay, and leave alone fire escape room, there should be an emergency exit. Even if, like in today's example, this building is covered on three sides, we have to have an external ladder which can help people get out. Other thing, uh, yeah, one more thing which came out, one more issue which came out, I have slipped out. Well, uh, the complacency has set in too deep, including the corruption. The point is that there's no question of NOC when you do unauthorized construction for a 6 room hotel to a 25-room hotel. From Ansal Plaza keeping the Upahar Cinema keeping the generator in the parking space. For that Goa fire, the tarpal on top, which was the nylon
The false ceiling
false
gave way.
that was created, was it allowed? Not allowed. And exits were done. So we have become a complacent nation. Modi ji has Man Ki Baat, but this sense of responsibility is never been spoken about. We have to be made responsible. Unless we do that, let there be any amount of fire audits, we cannot improve. Because those fire audits, they say, okay, inquiry is ordered. Is there any timeline to the inquiry? Years and years. You have quoted 3 decades. Sir, there is no timeline for inquiry. Inquiry is ordered means issue is forgotten. Bhul jao sab kuch. This is what is happening. Palam fire was exactly the same as what has happened today. Chief Minister said, inquiry has been ordered. Where is the inquiry? Where is the report? Why is the report not made public into the newspapers? नहीं होगा sir, नहीं होगा.
Okay. Okay. Let me, in fact, thank you all there for joining us with your perspectives on this big story and quickly turn our focus to some news.